Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and today we're playing 20 questions. The first video I saw that tagged me was Debbie the Canadian Crocheter. I did mean to film this when I did my other two videos earlier this week and totally forgot. Yeah, blonde brain deep. Let's dive on in with these questions, and hopefully y'all will be slightly amused. The first one is, what does your name mean? Well, I've seen where Carrie means both free man and grace. So your guess is as good as mine. It is short for Caroline or Catherine, depending on where you look also. The name of my channel is the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and the meaning of that is I'm a generically happy person and a homemaker. Go figure. Question 2, where are you from? I am from the Carolinas. I've lived all over North and South Carolina my entire life. I've traveled outside of the States, but the two Carolinas, I've traveled outside of those, but I've only lived in the Carolinas. I was born at, the third question is, where were you born? I was born in North Carolina. So I actually just moved back to my home state. Number 4, what would your parents have named you had you been a boy? No clue. Not a single clue. I could tell you what my dad's name would have been if he had been a girl, but I have no clue what my name would have been had I been a boy. Hey, my mom watches my channel, so maybe she can answer in the comments. What is your biggest accomplishment? I don't know. I mean, I've had a lot of fulfilling accomplishments in my life. I started a ministry at my church before. I got the courage to put myself out on social media, doing YouTube. I still have a lot of want to accomplish. So I really don't know what to say. I'm kind of boring. What is your eye color? Well, it is a green or a blue, depending on the day. And I don't wear contacts. The weird see-through color my eyes are is actually just my natural eye color. When I was younger, in my 20s, if my blood pressure went up, like if I was angry, they would get very golden colored. And you can still, sometimes when my blood pressure goes up, you can see the yellow expands a little bit in my iris. And apparently a lot of times when you look at me from underneath, the teal band around the outside of my eye almost turns purple, which makes my iris look almost lavender. So, but blue-green is what I would say. It's also, I think, my best feature is my eyes. Favorite candle scent? That one's hard. So I do scent the house seasonally. I go with very bright citrus in the summer, or like clean linen scents in the summer. I start moving more towards spice citrus or warm apple scents in the fall. And when we get into December, I continue those citruses and apples and maybe throw in some bayberry. In the spring, I tend to start adding back in lighter notes. I love gardenia and lilac. I normally keep fruit scents in my craft room. My bedroom is normally some sort of sandalwood, lavender, kind of a hybrid, or a vanilla lavender. I mean, I like different things in different spaces, and I like things to smell good and appealing and comforting and make you feel like it's an inviting place to be in. Number 8, can you cook? Well, I didn't get chunky by not being able to cook. Yes, I can cook. I used to prefer baking to cooking, and now I actually prefer cooking to baking. Yeah, I grew up in a family that likes to eat. I like to eat, and I like to eat good things. What is good about your life right now? Aside from just the everything still feels upside down from moving, everything. I I live a pretty charmed life. By and large, I am a very happy person, and I live a very comfortable life. I've got a husband who loves me. I've got shelter. I've got 2 bat crap crazy cats. Yeah, everything is really pretty good. I am a Leo. The next one is, what's your sign? I am a Leo. 11, what scares you about aging? Nothing really other than bodily failure. I already have issues with my joints swelling and not working very well. So as I age, I know that's a problem that's only going to get worse. So really that's the only thing I'm worried about, is having my body not keep up with what I want to do. I think actually last year in the 10 non-yarny things about me, I actually covered, like, I don't have a traditional fear of death. I have more just a fear of dying. And it's more how I die, not being dead, that I'm afraid of. 12, what's your favorite holiday? My favorite holiday is Halloween. And it's followed very closely by the entire Advent season. And that's really, for us, it tends to be Thanksgiving through New Year's. But once everything is set up and you can just kind of coast through the holidays, I really enjoy drinking hot cocoa, looking at lights, being with my family, enjoying the entire season. But Halloween is just so much fun. It's just good old-fashioned fun for the sake of having fun, and I love it. I love the spookiness and the creepiness and the decorations and the movies and seeing kids in their costumes. To me, Halloween's just, it's good old-fashioned fun. 13, what is your guilty pleasure? I don't really have a guilty pleasure. I overindulge in a lot of things like yarn, but I'm not really, other than the fact I'm overwhelmed by how much yarn I have, I'm not guilty about it. I do enjoy my trash TV, so maybe that's more of a guilty pleasure. Favorite show to binge watch? I really don't have one. We do binge watch most seasons of most of the shows we watch. Actively sitting down and watching something to binge it, though, on my own. I do a lot of binging of craft channels on YouTube. Pippin just knocked over my trash can again. Pippin. I've been working on cards, and the paperbacker to the foam tape is something he loves to play with and chew on. I'm going to have to get like a heavier trash can with a lid on it. 15, what's the one thing you can't leave the house without? Phone, wallet, keys. I generally have, if I'm not driving or if I'm going somewhere where I know I'm going to have to sit, like getting an oil change, going to the doctor's office, a craft project of some sort. 16, morning person or night owl? Highly variable. When Troy's out of town and stuff, I tend to go to bed really early, get up really early, and hit the ground running. Most of the time, though, I tend to get up moderately early, around 6:30, and take a nap in the afternoon, and then stay up until 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. It depends on what's going on. Let's see. Favorite genre of movie? I really love historical fiction and horror. And I like and I like sci-fi too. But see, I like sci-fi that's heavier on the sci. Fantasy, not quite as much, which is why I like Star Trek, but not Star Wars. I like historical fiction, but once again, I like it to be historical with a fictionalized storyline. Once you get to a certain point, especially if you're telling a story using actual people and there are historical documents and history shows us what actually happened, when you start rewriting that history to tell a story, I get very frustrated. And then horror, not a slasher person, more on the thriller end, but I do love Halloween. The original. Oh, and I love bad horror. Bad horror. What is the last thing you bought? I just placed an Amazon order actually about an hour ago to replace some of the stuff we're missing from the move. So I bought a Brother P-Touch label maker, a bath pillow, which has gone missing since we've been here. I have no idea where it is. A replacement of my 16-inch Chalgu needle, because once again, those have gone missing and I know they're here somewhere. I brought those here from the hotel. There's something else in that order and I can't remember what it is. But yeah, it was just like some random stuff we were missing that I actually really need back. Are you an introvert or an extrovert? I am an extroverted introvert. I can people fluidly just fine for short burst of time, but I get very exhausted being around people, and I need to just kind of retreat and spend some quiet time and decompress from being around other people for extended periods of time. But I when I am in a comfortable setting, I'm very extroverted. I do not have a favorite book. I could sit here and say the Bible. I mean, that's kind of any Christian's favorite book, I suppose. But I think this is really asking what's your favorite book for casual reading. I really don't have one. There are a lot of books I've really enjoyed. Once again, I really enjoy historical fiction. So I've been reading the Wives of Henry VIII series. Getting through this first book, though, I've been reading it for a year and a half. It's great. It's well written. It's engaging. But that Catherine of Aragon book is long. Really long. I enjoy short story books, like the Stephen King short stories. There have been a couple from BookBub, actually, that I've gotten for free that are more horror, thriller genre. I read the first 15 Patricia Cornwell, Case Scarpetta books. I mean, I've spent most of my life being an avid reader. I read the entire Dresden series up until, I think it might still be the last book he published for the Dresden series, but about 2 years ago is when I got my last book from him. So I do actually enjoy reading fantasy more than I enjoy fantasy as a genre for movies and television series. What's his name? Wrote the Belgariad, Bulgara, Belgrith, Sparhawk series. I did totally brain dumping, and if one of my stepsons watches this, they'll probably smack me with one of the books for Thanksgiving. Totally brain dumping on the author's name, but I enjoyed all of those series. So yeah, I mean, I read a wide range of things with the Kindle, and having Amazon Prime, I get a number of free books, so I try a lot of different things. My mom's been sending me the Karen White Trad Street books, which were a lot of fun to read. Yeah, I read a lot of junk books just pleasure reading, goofy things. I don't normally do romance, but like the little encapsulated mystery books and things like that. I read a lot of those just for fun. So yeah, that was 15 minutes about me, and it's a lot of stuff you probably already know if you watch my channel regularly. So most people have already been tagged in this or have already gotten their videos up. But I did notice a couple of people I subscribed to that haven't. So I am going to tag my normal coffee group, which is Leah's Handmade Crafts, KB Fibers, Crochet CJ, It's the Windy Lady, Funny Farm Crochet. I'm going to tag them just automatically off the bat. Y'all go. Mary's already done hers. So I'm also going to tag Crystal from Chronically Crocheting, Cindy from Cindy Hearts Crochet. We miss you in Zoom, girl. Z from Zelda NRJ3, which I know she's been tagged a couple of times and she has not been filming her regular content because she's doing fun things. And I'm jealous because she went and met Vicky Howell and I just kind of like... and then the other one I didn't see had posted it was Christy Cook from Tea Doddles. So those are the 4 I am going to tag for this, along with my standard coffee group in the morning. Once again, as I've told you guys before, if there are things you have questions about, just send me an email or ask in the comments down below. I will still keep incorporating some of the questions I'm getting from Halloween and subsequent videos and emails into my show and tells if I feel like I need to fluff my time a little bit or I haven't already talked your ear off. Otherwise, take care. I look forward to seeing you guys real soon. I'm going to go ahead and film another video while I'm at it. And you guys take care, and I hope to see y'all's videos up soon. Bye, guys.